So we basically, in summary form, looked at the regulations, and we found that fundamentally they are defective to the extent that, for instance, if you allow me, you must realize that when a cabinet secretary is publishing regulations, those regulations are published by a donated power. In this instance, the cabinet secretary, Honorable Munya, was exercising power donated to him by the Crops Act 2013. This Crops Act was actually legislated by Parliament with some specific intentions or objectives, one of which was that it wanted to reduce bureaucracy in cash crops. It wanted to make sure that farmers are not overtaxed. It also wanted to make sure that farmers have ease of transportation of their produce. It also wanted to ensure that the government itself, through a subsidiary that is established by government, will do value addition to the cash crops of the farmers. In other words, this was not a law that was intended to strangle the farmer. Now, what is it that happened in this case? You realize that the cabinet secretary published those regulations, and if they were to be put into effect, they will completely do the opposite of what his mandate or power as donated through the cash crop will do. For instance, these tea regulations would actually increase bureaucracy, because what the cabinet secretary has done is that he has brought in more regulations. The consequential effect, for instance, of these regulations is that the tea farmer would be required to surrender their shares, both at the tea factory level and at the apex level KTDA, because the tea farmer owns the tea factory companies. The tea factory companies, in this sense 54 spread all over the country, owns KTDA holdings. So if you tell the tea farmer that you are not going now to trade with your companies, and that the companies, your directors who are elected by the tea farmers, should not sit in these companies, then you are simply telling the tea farmer, offload your shares. The manner in which the regulations were formulated and the manner in which the regulations were published was all wrong. It was all illegal. And as they say, what is illegal ab initio from the onset remains illegal, null and void.